Hello everyone and welcome to the Hypnotic Kicks channel. Without a doubt, Pelé was one of the greatest players of all time, being considered by many the best football player of all time. Pelé played at Santos Football Club for a long time and then had a spell at the New York Cosmos with the intention of popularizing football in the United States and managed to charm millions of football fans and still does even after his death. At Santos alone, Pelé played 1116 games and scored 1091 goals. But today I'm going to tell you about the biggest secret of all of Pelé's career. But first I would like to thank all the people who subscribed to the channel and ask that you like the video and subscribe if you haven't yet, because this will help our channel to grow a lot and we can bring more content. Well then, without further ado. As I said, Pelé played several games for Santos. When Pelé arrived at Santos in 1956, former player Waldemar de Brito said he would be the best in the world. And that didn't take long to become a reality, as Pelé made his debut that same year, scoring a goal in Santos's 7-1 victory over Corinthians de Santo André. After many games, goals and titles, Pelé played his last game for Santos in 1974 at the Vila Stadium in the city of Santos. The Santos team was one of the teams that traveled the most around the world, playing in several stadiums, but the stadium in Vila was the home of the team and the home of King Pelé. Therefore, his farewell to the pitch until then could not have been in any other place than Vila Belmiro. It was not yet known that he would return to play football for the Cosmos to popularize football in the United States, but on October 2, 1974, Pelé would play his last official game with Santos with a 2-0 victory against a team from Ponte Preta. Of the 1116 games that Pelé played for Santos, 210 were in Vila Belmiro. Pelé's farewell was marked by the moment when Pelé realized that he had reached the end of his story for Santos, so in the middle of the game, he took the ball in his hands and knelt down in the middle of the field to thank the fans and God for all the glorious career he had when thousands of people invaded the pitch to say goodbye to the king. However, after the game, Pelé went to his locker room and knelt down in front of his locker, stayed there for a while, and put an object inside and locked the locker. Then he went home escorted by the police with the locker key in his pocket. Since then the closet has never been opened until today. Many people asked what Pelé had put inside the closet. And the answer is one of the greatest mysteries of Pelé's career, if not the greatest mystery in football history. What did King Pelé put in his closet? And the answer is nobody knows, because the only person who knew was the king himself, and the secret seems to have died with him. The Vila Belmiro Stadium has already had several reforms, and in 2013 when they renovated the entire locker room, Pelé's locker was not touched, they left it the way it was. In fact, the space was personalized, and where the closet used to be was closed inside a door with the king's photo. At Santos, there was a lot of debate about whether they would open the closet on the day that Pelé died. And this unfortunately happened on December 29, 2022. In an interview, football legend Clodoaldo, Pelé's teammate at Santos, was asked what his opinion would be. He said he doesn't know what was in there and that when he asked Pelé he said it was nothing. Pelé was not considered a superstitious person, but Pelé had told his friends that he wanted the object to remain inside Santos for good luck. According to the curators of the Santos FC collection, Pelé had left an object of his after the end of the match against Ponte Preta. The board at the time kept the object in a locked box, and Pelé had told them at the time that as long as the object was at the club, the Santos team would always be lucky around it. Therefore, as Pelé was the greatest idol in the history of Santos, there was no way to deny a request from the king, and the object remains in the same place until today. And it can be said that perhaps the object brought luck to Vila Belmiro, because even without Pelé, Santos's team continued to win several titles and reveal several quality players such as Robinho, Diego, Ganso, Neymar and Rodrigo, just to name a few. After Pelé's match, there was much debate about the possibility of retiring the club's number 10 shirt. The number 10 shirt in teams in Brazil and in several clubs around the world is the one that represents the team's star, or the great brain of the team or the team's point guard. That's why we see that in almost all teams, the number 10 shirt is always with a playmaker or a quality striker. However, the first player who immortalized the number 10 shirt was Pelé at Santos, and after him, several players wanted to play with the number 10 shirt in their clubs in honor of Pelé, and that is why the number 10 shirt is so remarkable in football. If we saw players like Messi, Ronaldinho, Maradona, Zidane, Totti, and many more using number 10, it's because a long time ago the players wanted to use the number 10 because of Pelé, and as a result the number 10 used to go to the best player of the team. The current Santos board thought about retiring the number 10 shirt after a request from the family, but Santos fans found an interview with Pelé on a YouTube channel, saying that he would not like the Santos number 10 shirt to be retired because he thinks it would help the people to remember him and not to forget who Pelé was. We need to agree that it would be difficult to forget who Pelé was, but with that, Pelé's family and the board changed their minds and decided not to retire Santos's number 10 shirt. Currently, the legendary jersey number 10 of Santos is with the Venezuelan player Soteldo, who is one of the favorite players of Santos fans. Now you must be wondering, has anyone ever asked Pelé what he kept in the closet? Of course, several people asked, but he never told. Pelé said he didn't understand where all the mystery came from because there was nothing important there. That is, he never told what was inside, which ended up increasing the mystery even more. At other times he said that he had left an amulet, which would serve to bring luck to the Santos team. Santos's current president said he intends to talk to the family about what should be done with the closet. If you go to visit the city of Santos and the stadium at Vila, you can take a guided tour and get to know the Santos team's locker room and see Pelé's closet with your own eyes. According to Santos historians, after several renovations, Pelé's locker is the only thing that remains the same. It is lined with a personalized Pelé door, but inside the locker is exactly the same as since 1974, when Pelé played his last game for Santos. There are currently plans to renovate the stadium in Vila to increase its capacity, and with that there is much debate about what to do with the various historical artifacts that are there in the stadium, such as the King's Closet. There is a chance that with this, Pelé's closet will be transferred to the Memorial das Conquistas of Santos, which is the place where the Santos team keeps all its trophies and cups, and which is also located inside of the Vila stadium. Many people from the Santos board prefer to keep the closet closed to keep the mystery and mystique, in addition to the fact that if it were opened, there could be a disappointment if it had a very simple or silly object. From a marketing point of view, it would be better to keep it locked up so it can continue to be exploited as a tourist attraction. The fact is that Pelé is the greatest player in the history of Santos Football Club in Brazil, and even today he is the only player to win 3 World Cups, and he put Brazil on the world map by showing that a country plucked by Europeans could have one of the greatest, if not the greatest player of all time, whose records to this day remain unreached. Edson Arantes do Nascimento, King Pelé, is gone, but his stories and legends remain, like this one from the closet, and are appreciated by all those who love football. And after all, what do you think Pelé put in the closet? Write in the comments what you think Pelé left and if you think Santos should open the closet or not. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe button to help us bring you more football content. This is going to help us a lot and we would really appreciate it. Thank you very much, and until the next video, see ya.